Hey, just getting another order ready for Wex Gunworks in Delray Beach, Florida. It's a fantastic gun shop from what I can see. A good friend of mine is the owner, Brandon, and they carry armor guard holsters, and I'm doing a decent size order for them guys. I think there's Hellcats in there, there's P365 XLs in there, regular P365s in there, Glock 43s in there. And I got a couple more to do before I ship them all out. So wow, my tripod's drifting. Just wanted to show you guys, how busy I am right now. Not super busy, you know what I mean. Just normal busy, nothing crazy. But it's a really beautiful gun shop. And if you guys want to stop by there, it's Wex I can't even say it because I sound like Elmer fucking Fudd. Wex. WEX Gunworks in Delray Beach, Florida. So just Google it, you'll see their address, and it looks like a really nice gun shop. Someday I'll be down there, and I'd like to take a look at it if I can get myself down there. But when you're trying to start your own business, it's hard to just take off. Like my daughter I just had a granddaughter. She's in Arizona, and I just can't leave. There's no one else here. I'm the only one doing this. So it's just like I got to find time to do that. So it's hard for me, what I'm saying is it's hard for me to leave the state and go somewhere real far away and go away for days. It's just, I would be screwed if I did that. I would have so much to do when I got back. But that's the way it is. And right now you don't want to take a chance when you're trying to build your business. You don't want to take a chance of disappointing people. Because right now I'm trying to build it up to where it's reliable, and it has been. It's edgy because it's still new. It's in its infancy, but it's still going pretty good enough to where I'm making the same income as I did when I was a manager at Double Action. Okay, so it's right with that. So hopefully it'll grow bigger. Trying to make the products better and better and better. The whole reason for this video is I want to show you this holster I made for my friend Dan, and he had a very unique request, and I told him I can do it as long as I have the light, or if he sends in the light, I can do it. I happen to have the light, so let's come over this way and let's see if I can get this tripod set so it doesn't drift on me. And now my ginormous ass is we'll get in front of the camera and show you what I'm talking about. Hold on. I got all the friggin' heaters on. It's so damn cold. Pennsylvania is a good gun state, and it's a beautiful state. You know what I mean? It is. It's a nice place to live. There's a lot of freedom here. I mean, not everything's great. The gas prices are, they're not real expensive, but they're higher than Jersey. But I'd rather put up with that than live in New Jersey anytime, because that place is a disaster. Every which way you turn your head, it's a disaster law coming at you. But at least in Pennsylvania, you can carry a gun, and it doesn't take long to get your permit. They don't run you through all this red tape to allow you to defend yourself. They don't do that to you in Pennsylvania. In New Jersey, I believe, just to purchase a gun, you got to get a firearms card, whatever the frig that means, and that takes like 3 months to get it, and it's $60 last time I checked. And then, once you buy a gun, you have to wait 10 days before you pick it up. I guess they call that a cool down period in case you got any bad ideas. Maybe you're going to double think not to do it. That's the only thing I can think of what that is. Yeah, it sucks to live out there. And I lived there for 15 years when I was married because I just wanted to get away from the congestion. But it was a big, big mistake. Don't ever move there if you're a gun person, or if you're a constitutional person. You don't want to move to that state. It's a shame. And the taxes are, wow. I mean, you'll live in a mediocre neighborhood, nothing's fancy, and you'll be paying like $10,000 a year in taxes just to live there. Even if you own your house, you got to pay 10 grand a year. Do you ever really own your house if you got to do that? What a shit state that is. But the only good thing about it is the gas prices are like 20 cents cheaper, which is, and you don't have to pay for a car inspection. So I'll take 20 more cents paying in gas and $60 a year to get my car inspected by my personal mechanic. Some people pay 80, and be a lot more free and live in that friggin' state. Jesus Christ almighty, what a disaster that state is. Okay, so Dan, I want to show you your custom holster you ordered. You ordered something pretty unique. This is a Glock 21 with an OLIGHT Mini 2. Now the OLIGHT's got a lot of different lights for guns. I mean, they're like a holster nightmare, a holster maker's nightmare, because it ain't like it's a TLR1 or a TLR1 HL. They got all this friggin' different lights. You got the OLIGHT Mini, then they got the OLIGHT Mini 2. Can someone answer me a question? Why is the OLIGHT Mini 2 bigger than the OLIGHT Mini? Someone answer that? Isn't it supposed to go the other way around? It's supposed to get smaller, ain't it, with technology? Okay, that doesn't make sense to me. So, I have it on the website. If you're going to order a gun with the OLIGHT Mini, I have an option where you have to pick OLIGHT Mini 1, Gen 1, which just means OLIGHT Mini, or you're going to pick OLIGHT Mini 2, which is the one that's slightly fatter, that I have to build out a little bit with my ready OLIGHT Mini mold. That's what I got to do. So it's not too big of a deal. I just got to pad it out a little, and it fits like, and then it fits the OLIGHT Mini 2. This way I can make both light holsters. This is a Glock 21 with an OLIGHT Mini 2. A Glock 21 with an OLIGHT Mini 2. So I know a lot of people wouldn't think I'd get a holster like that because it's such a small light on a big gun. Nothing wrong with that at all. Most of the time on a big gun like this, you'll see a TLR1 or an X300 or something like that. But this is a unique request, that's why I'm showing it. And his name's Dan, and I want to show you how it came out, Dan, if you're watching. And this will ship out tomorrow, Dan. I finished it today. Okay, I had to build it, so I do not have a ready mold, so you know it takes a long time to build it right. The better you build it, the better the end result comes. The more it looks like it wasn't built, it looks like it came from a professional ready mold. That's my goal. I don't want to see any waves. I don't want to see any bulges or anything. That's a dead giveaway for a homemade looking holster. So the only way to get out of that is to build the holster first, extremely secure, no flex in anything, because it has to go in a sponge mold and get crushed to make the mold. Even the vacuum press sucks down just as hard as the foam press does. So what I'm saying is, when you're bridging stuff across hollow areas, you got to flip the gun over and fill them hollow areas up with something to give it support so it doesn't suck and cave in as you're sucking it down. I see a lot of homemade holster builds. People don't do it, and I can spot them a mile away. So here's how good it comes out. I mean, this looks really, really good. I'm my own worst critic. You know, every time I make a holster, I don't think it looks that great. But for a build, this one came out really, really nice. It's very straight. Everything's level and straight. The lines are straight. There's usually right in here, it'll go like this and then dip down a little and come back out, because you're squeezing it with the press. And over this area is the trigger guard, and there's nothing, even though you have wood across it, there's nothing really still supporting it, so it'll sink in a little bit. So what I do is I use strips of aluminum, which they still flex, but not as much as wood, and then I fill in underneath it with wood. Just, I mean, it's going to flex a little bit, but that one came out nice. So you can see the fit came out really, really good. There's no excess material, no unnecessary excess material, because you got to remember it's inside the waistband. So I cut it nice and close, rounded everything off, no sharp corners, zero excess material. And that's a Glock 21 okay, with an OLIGHT Mini. OLIGHT Mini 2. OLIGHT Mini 2. And I just wanted to show you it can be done, but like I said, there's a little bit of an upcharge because it takes me a lot of time for preparation, because you're actually building it. You really are. It just takes a lot of time. Now I could just slap some wood on there and some popsicle sticks on there, do it real quick and all, and do it in half the time, but guess what's going to happen? The end result, it's going to look like a turd. I don't want it to look like a turd. I don't want people showing, hey, where'd you get that holster? That's an Armor Guard holster. And someone that's a holster person or someone that knows holsters looks at it and says, yeah, he really did that. That's a quick job, I can tell by looking at it. I don't want that to happen. So I want to make sure everything's, you know, on the up and up. So there's no snag on anything. All the catch points have been smoothed out and level. And got a nice big sight channel right here. Nice high sight channel. I'm proud of how this came out. I love it. It doesn't have a ton of hardware on it. All it has is this little tension screw. That's all it needs. And it's such a nice fit because I put a lot of time in the preparation. That's the only reason why it fits good. And I wish every single one came out like this. So Dan, you're getting a good one. I'll talk to you guys soon, alright? Have a good one.